Right, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, again, obviously, I hope everybody had a great Christmas and a great New Year. Everybody's staying safe, keeping away from this shitty COVID that a lot of people are getting. Obviously, Facebook's fucking blowing up. Everybody's getting it. So, hopefully, you're all staying safe. So, yeah, Grapplefest 11. 26th of February, so Saturday, 26th of February. Going to be at the usual place, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. It's sold out, guys. So if you didn't get a ticket, then no joy. As I said, it's going to be a fantastic night. You'll just need to pay, Flow Grappling, 150 quid for Flow Grappling and get it on that. And make sure you go for the monthly option because, as we know, Flow Grappling do charge a full year, so make sure you choose the monthly options. Going to be a great night. As I said, we've got main card, obviously Daisy Fresh versus Europe. Obviously, we've got some high level grapplers from both sides of the pond that are going to be on that night as well. So we've got the main card, obviously the prelims as well. So again, prelims as per usual. Chris Thompson and the guys at Grapplefest have put together an absolute fantastic card from the very first fight right through to the last fight. So my guest tonight, obviously we spoke to before, Hannah Garrett of ASW. Now, Hannah's going to be up against Hayley Valentine. This is going to be an interesting matchup because anybody that's seen any of the two of these grapplers, they're two awesome grapplers and two grapplers as well that don't ever take a step back. Obviously, we know Hannah, and anybody that's got Hayley. Hayley always seems to be walking about with black eyes and stuff like that. So it's going to be a great fight to watch this one. So, Hannah, absolute pleasure to have you on as always. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Dodging COVID as ever.
Well, that's the big topic, isn't it? I mean, as I said, a lot of people. I mean, your Facebook will be the same. It's just going wild. Everybody's getting COVID at the moment.
Just weak genetics.
Very true, very true. I mean, what do you do? Do you do anything different, or do you just do your thing as per normal?
Just doing things to normal. Just like obviously, because I genuinely, obviously from training, we're all used to washing our hands and feet and clean hands all the time. So I'm just looking at everyone going, "Do you not wash now?"
It's difficult as well. I mean, in Scotland, we've got a lot of a restriction. We can't have full contact or full contact as it's supposed to be. So there is a little bit of a restriction. So there's guidelines in place. Obviously, I know that. Obviously, down south, you guys are pretty much free to do whatever you want.
That's just hairy that you said down south, you know.
Or in England. So, because I know from Owen Livesey, Owen was telling me the last time when they were up for SGI, because obviously it was like Team England and Team Scotland, and Owen and all the guys in Hull were like, no, Stuart, it's Team North of England.
Yeah.
So,
you looked at it, was like, just the best of the northern lads, and I was like,
So what about you? I mean, how's your training going then? Because anybody as well, just let me point out, Ben Pickle's series on YouTube has a video up of Hannah in training. So everybody pop onto that, have a look at that. As I said, it's an awesome video that Ben's done. Ben does brilliant videos.
He's amazing. So, absolutely. He's got a talent. Not very talented at BJJ, but he's talented at that.
Nice. So what about your training? How's your training been going anyway since we last spoke?
Amazing. I haven't really stopped. Back in Mondays all the way through to Saturdays. It's really, really good.
Yeah. And we last seen you Evolution of Combat. I know that you did have an original opponent, and then unfortunately that opponent pulled out. I think it was about 24, maybe just over 24 hours notice that Michaela Steele stepped in. So.
I never knew a name. I genuinely never knew, because he just said, I'm going to source new opponents. And I was like, Evolution of Combat, they put good opponents out. So I was like, okay. I just didn't think about it. And then it was only after I was like, I actually don't know a name. But I successfully stopped the Viking invasion, so you can all thank me. Stopped one Viking invasion.
Well, Michaela's from GF team in Scotland in Greenock, so come out of a great training camp. I know that Dan messes me because it was a struggle trying to get someone, and obviously we didn't, because I know that you were absolutely buzzing to be on the show and you wanted a matchup. So Dan's like, look, anybody you know, and I was like, well, let me put it out there and see who we can get. And then obviously Michaela stepped up and said, do you know what? 24 hours notice. I think it was maybe just over that. And she's like, do you know what? Listen, if you pay for me to come down, I'll come down. So, and sure enough, Saturday turned up, weighed in, and she was ready to go.
It's unreal. Like, you don't get many people who do that, who just, because like there's some people who go like fight camp and you're like, you shouldn't have a fight camp, you should just train consistently and be able to take it. And that's credit to her because she could.
Yeah. And it was a great matchup as well. I mean, obviously ended up in a draw, so not the decision you wanted. But it was a great back and forward matchup that both of you had.
Yeah, I think, I'll be honest, I think I dominated. As soon as she clinched up, I was just like, you're not subbing me, I just know you just get that in your head. Let myself down massively, going for legs, really. I just sat back too much, and then I let her stay on mount on me, thinking, you're not going to sub me. So it's absolutely massive holes in my games that I've actually gone back and worked on.
Yeah. And that's one thing we know about you. I mean, if anything that ever happens, you make sure it'll never happen again. So so that's something you would have been working on straight away. And then obviously someone came in there, Aaron Neese just coming in saying, Aaron watched the matchup and said it was a close one, no doubt. But he thinks it should have gone your way.
Yeah, but I can't really blame anyone but myself by letting it go to the decision, really. So it's me and fault.
It's one of the things. Obviously, was it Dana White said it? Never leave it in the hand of the judges. So it's a learning curve.
Yeah, I've seen a few people on Evolution of Combat who went to the judge's decision and they've stormed off. But I think there's a photo where you see me looking very puzzled, and I was like, that is what it is.
It's a learning curve. Yeah, listen, it's a learning curve at the end of the day. As I said, we don't always get the decisions we want, but as I said, we always learn from it and come back stronger. So,
like one of them people who puts the post up, I didn't lose, I just learned. And you're like...
Nice. And then obviously Grapplefest, I know when we spoke the last time, one of your kind of big goals was to get on Grapplefest. So here we are, Grapplefest 11.
I know, and it's... Chris just knows how to just literally... You always think, right, I don't know why I doubt some, because obviously I've been there since the first one. It just gets bigger and bigger. You know, on Jaws, when they look at each other and they go, I think we're going to need a bigger boat. Like, he's like 6 in advance, and you're just like, it can't get any bigger, and then he does it again.
Yes. And I know he's got the plan, he's got it in his head, because obviously I speak to Chris every now and again, and he's already got the next 2 Grapplefests. Yeah, he's already got it all planned out. He knows who he wants. And as you say, the shows have been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, Grapplefest now is, in my eyes, probably bigger than Polaris.
I would think, like, it is. Like, I'm probably going to ruffle a few feathers, but it is, without a doubt. It's sold out 6 weeks out. Like, all the booths sold out before Christmas, and it's like, what are the shows done now? What are the shows bringing out, like, whole teams, and and Chris is a big advocate, and he's putting the best of the UK, and now Europe on there. He's
he does a brilliant job. Chris and obviously all the guys, not just Chris, but all the team at Grapplefest do an awesome job. So in my eyes, as I said, they're definitely the number one in the UK, probably in Europe as well. So so, and as I said, he's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Do you know what's crazy as well? Yeah, do you know what's crazy is you look at it and think, well, you look at this card and you think, how's he going to top it? Do you know what I mean? What's he going to do? Or you look at previous cards as well, and some of the people, and you think, who's he going to get that's going to top? So,
like when you had the Lachlan Giles gym out, and you're like, you're never topping this, and then he did it again, and you were like, literally, like his mind just must be going 100 miles an hour all the time.
Yeah. And the thing as well, I mean, you look at Mikey Musumeci is probably one of the top kind of rooster weights in the world at the moment. I think he's 4-time world champion, and he's not even the main event. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm interested to see how he'd be at Grapplefest, I'm really interested how he's gonna with the crowds, because obviously you see when he had a bit of a to-do with, you're not a proper black belt, you weren't nice to me, and the crowd is literally, like, everyone's screaming, it's intense, so I'm just wondering how he'll be.
Yeah, listen, as I say, he's not even the main event, and that just shows how good the event is, that you've got somebody like Mikey Musumeci, who's the third last card on the fight, the third last fight on the card. So, and he's up against Kev as well. When we talked about Kev, he's up against Kev. So, and Kev's no pushover. Kev's no pushover at all.
Going off Kev's last match at Grapplefest, where he dominates us, but that's just like a fraction of his game. Like, if you see him in the gym, it's like you've seen like a little glimpse of his game. I do think Kev could pull off the biggest upsets.
Yeah, listen, we're hopeful.
He's good. Yeah,
we're definitely looking forward to seeing Kev. As I said, I had a chat with Kev a few months ago, and awesome guy, absolutely awesome guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, Stuart, ask me anything. Ask me, I'll tell you anything at all. And you're like, oh. Do you know what I mean? I think it was like 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and I'm like, listen, we're probably better wait until after 9 o'clock, Kev. So, but awesome guy. Looking forward to seeing him. Looking forward to seeing him. So obviously Hayley Valentine then. So obviously your opponent. So what do you know much about Hayley?
I've never been against her, but I'm quite good friends with a few girls who have been against her, and basically said, you know, she's quick, she's gonna be in your face, she's just gonna keep coming at you, keep walking forward. I kind of expect that with her because she's MMA, isn't she? Obviously not taking nothing else. She's got top grappler as well.
Yeah.
So but I think that's nothing that, just because there's so few and far between, that when we get someone, it's like, I'm sick of being pushed down by fellas in the gym, like, you're getting everything. So it's nothing that I wouldn't say I'm not prepared for, but like, I've obviously got to bring my A game because she is, you know, the reason that she's one of the top in the UK.
Yeah. It's quite similar to you as well, because obviously the gym she trains at, mostly males, obviously a lot of guys, so she's training with guys all the time, and she's tough as well. I mean, really, really tough opponent. And you talk about her coming forward and stuff. That's very similar to you as well. So then none of you two are going to be taking a step back. So
I think it's going to be like, obviously we're like some of the smallest on the card, so it's not going to be like Godzilla and King Kong. It's like, you know, just like, it's like the little leprechauns coming at each other.
Yeah.
It could be interesting because obviously the first one who's going to step back is then on the back foot, and that's obviously, I don't want to do that now as a show.
Yes, definitely is. So it's going to be a great fight. I think the last Grapplefest fight of the night was I can't even remember who it was, but it was
Rosa and Dean.
Rosa. Yeah,
oh,
so
my days. Like,
that was fight of the night. So this one's looking good.
Within the first 2 minutes, 6 subs. Like, Rosa is one. Like, she's absolutely incredible. So is Nadine. Rosa's a very good friend, and she's on again. And against Marv, who's also a good friend, I think that has potential to be fireworks.
Yes. So, but as I say, I'm looking forward to your fight. As I say, I'm definitely looking forward to you and Hayley. As I've seen a lot of you and Hayley, because a lot of videos of you guys online. So, and that's the benefit for people that are coming to watch. They can actually go on YouTube and see things that you've done. Probably not a benefit in regards to, obviously, because your opponent can also do the same. But yeah, watch the both of you, and as I say, both of you are absolutely awesome. So I'm looking forward to your fight especially. So and then what about you? Obviously the big goal, as I said, was Grapplefest. That's where you wanted to be. What do you see next then? Obviously you're going to do that 26th of February. So what are we looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Honestly, I want to be on every single Grapplefest. I want to be on every single one of them. Like you just said, it's the biggest card, like the biggest show in Europe, and it's only getting bigger. Like to me, that's the end goal that it is, and I want to stay as active as possible before I get too old, because some of these young ones coming in now, like Mia Blackman. Like animal. Like, she is, like, it's scary. It is scary. So get them all in now, so I can retire and be like, well, she never tapped me. Never been against her, but she never tapped me.
Some of these kids coming through. I mean, I know that I've been at a few comps, obviously, at the end of last year, and seen some of the kids that come out white belts and blue belts and stuff like that, and thinking, where did these kids come from? Like where because they came out and they're so much better than, because I remember when I first started, I was the belts at that time were better than the ones a few years before that, and it's just jiu-jitsu or
Yeah.
grappling especially just evolves very, very quickly.
Yeah, I think what we've seen, because it's become a little bit more popular, is there's not as much dilution, because if it's a bad gym, they're getting found out, and you go, I'm training at the best, and you'll travel because you want to be the best. So I'm noticing belts are getting better. Blue belts are still awful, absolutely awful. Shouldn't even look at me, but but it's getting better.
Yeah,
It's obviously like what yourself are doing is just like broadcasting it to like more people. So
yeah,
hope like it's getting bigger and bigger.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Got again another comment coming in. Amy Woods, a friend of yours, almost 30. It's quite old, to be fair.
Masters 1 is coming, and I'm so scared. I'm so scared of Masters 1.
Do you know what Masters is? Obviously, adults is tough, but Masters is obviously tougher because it's 5 minutes. So, and a lot of like IBJJF comps, it's 5 minutes. That's all you've got. So it's tough. It's tough in the over 30s. So trust me.
I'm gonna be honest. IBJF comes. I'm like, no, what's that? No. So it's gonna be embarrassing. I'm going to do sub only till I'm like 45, and then short, and everyone will be like, please stop, Hannah, please stop.
Nice. Well, listen, I'm looking forward to obviously your fight. So, anybody you want to shout out to? So, any kind of friends, family members, teammates, and so on.
Obviously, all my teammates at ASW. Got a few on the card as well, Chris Leeson and Josh, and you spoke to Jamie and his invisible hula hoop yesterday. All them, and John and Kev, who basically have like taken control of my training and like making sure I get horrible rounds in and get neon faces for like 10 minutes straight. I'm pretty sure I might actually look tough like Hayley and end up with like a black eye or something. So just looking like someone who's on a jockey tip standing next to me, like, which is fun, isn't
Nice. Well, listen, yeah, look, absolutely buzzing to see it. So, guys, remember I go on to Ben Pickles' series on YouTube. Obviously, get on there. I'd say the video of Hannah that went up just a couple of days ago. So, definitely jump on and have a look. As I say, he's got a few videos up, Ben. So, so what we got? Professor Pike. We've got the advanced grappling highlights. The Inter Club as well, and then obviously the video with yourself. So make sure you jump on and subscribe to Ben. So guys, we're going to have Hannah Garrett ASW up against Hayley Valentine of BST. So blood, sweat, and tears. It's going to be, I believe, under 55 kilos. So. Going to be an absolute awesome match. It's going to be quick paced as well. It's going to be very, very quick. So yes. And then 26th of February, Saturday, 26th of February, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool, Grapplefest 11. Tickets are gone, guys. So get on Flow Grappling and make sure you subscribe to Flow Grappling just so you can get to watch the event. So Hannah, listen, absolute pleasure as always to speak to you. All right. Well, listen, you stay safe. Yeah, keep away from that COVID. All right. So make sure you don't be getting that a couple of weeks before.
So, I'll be dodging it like Jamie Acton with his hips. That's how I dodge it.
Definitely. Listen, absolute pleasure as always, Hannah. And we'll see you next month. All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.